Winning the prestigious Beacon Award for the 4th time shows that Birmingham City Council is committed to increasing voluntary and community sector service delivery to improve outcomes for Birmingham people. Working in partnership with our third sector partners to plan, deliver and monitor public services which achieve better outcomes enables us to meet the real needs of so many people in our communities, using resources more efficiently. In doing so, we're increasing trust between the sectors and addressing important issues relating to quality of life. So what factors have been behind the success of the Beacon project? Liz Clemens and Pauline Roach from the Council's corporate third sector team explain.
One of the many things that Birmingham City Council's got going for it is the number of people that have moved into the council from voluntary organisations, and drawing on the expertise, the experience and the energy of those people was key to the success of this project, because it meant we had a range of colleagues who understood what it means to work in a voluntary organisation and the difference between a voluntary organisation and the public sector. Without that, we wouldn't have been successful.
Well, as you know, Liz, the previous relationship between the council and the third sector was one of distrust and suspicion, so it was important to completely change that, and we had worked together on developing the compact, and then working together forward from that we were able to invite the third sector in to sit around the table with us at our strategic meetings, to involve them in developing policy around the third sector right from the start. So from the early days they were encouraging us and working with us to develop appropriate responses to the sector.
Regular consultation between the council and the voluntary and community sector play a vital role in the delivery of services and the development of new projects.
Sarah, one of the things that's been a real learning point for us through the process is the need to support organisations to understand the process, particularly full cost recovery. Your organisation's been involved in providing that support. Can you tell us something about it?
Organisations have found it quite a difficult process to get their heads around, because as you're aware previously they'd worked in terms of a grant culture. So in terms of the support needs, they have been quite varied and many, and we needed to understand what the process was that organisations would need to go through, and we were very lucky that we were able to work in close partnership with Birmingham City Council, and they were very good at helping us to understand so we could pass those messages on to the organisations that we were supporting. So we've done extensive work around full cost recovery. And we've also done it with commissioners as well, so that they understand the processes that the third sector organisations are going through too.
Sarah, one of the things that's been key in this process is building a shared understanding of the diversity and the range of things that's going on in Birmingham in the third sector. And for us it was very important to work on an understanding of the third sector as including social enterprise, voluntary activity by faith groups. Social enterprise in particular offers a lot of opportunities for Birmingham in achieving some of our outcomes. Can you tell us a bit about how you see the role of social enterprise in the future for the city?
I think that it's a wonderful opportunity now for social enterprise to create some solutions to our worklessness agenda, to create some solutions for organisations to become more sustainable, so that we can be encouraging third sector organisations to think more creatively around how they can generate income and have more enterprising strategies.
There have been so many successes with some great outcomes for some members of the community.
Yeah, some of the outcomes we've achieved. First of all, that less people have gone on to make homeless applications, which is a good result, not just for the council and their sort of homelessness figures, but we felt that too many young people were given tenancies when they weren't ready for the tenancy, and this led to problems which came back later in life to haunt them when they were ready for their own accommodation. The flip side of that is that more young people have accessed those services which have been more appropriate for their needs. So overall, the results have been very good.
Well, the benefits are huge, really. For us, we've developed a fantastic working relationship. St Basil's has been the jewel in the crown for Home Options. It's been the biggest success, and that means that the young person has been able to be access the best service for that young individual's needs. As Jim's already mentioned, it might not necessarily be an accommodation issue, and sometimes it's about developing that relationship. St Basil's have an expertise in dealing and working with young people, whereas we have bits of knowledge knowledge. So it meant that while they could access a service via us, now they get a much improved service and they get somebody that better understands all of their needs and their lifestyles.
But behind these successes, there has been a lot of hard work and negotiation.
So that's what this conference is all about. It's about us sharing our experiences with you, but also learning from yourselves.
What we've got is mainstream funded work going on for women and children affected by domestic violence. That's the first I know of in my time of working in the sector for 18 years. That's what's happened coming out of this. And so what we've got are better services, and they're informed by the sector. The strategy was developed with the sector leading that strategy, with the support of the statutory sector behind it. So I think that's really important.
As was shown at our Beacon Open Day, which attracted delegates from all over the UK, Birmingham City Council is continually engaged in the identification and achievement of better outcomes for all of our citizens. Some of these service areas include homelessness, domestic violence, caring and community cohesion.